Hi everybody, it's Claire with another art journal video. So today I'm going to be creating a journal page with a pocket in my craft journal. So to start off with, I'm just cutting a small part off the top of one of the pages, and then I'm using this stencil from Dina Wakley Media. It's called The Best Hearts, and I'm just drawing 3 hearts onto there and then cutting those out using my craft knife with the cutting mat underneath. So this bit's going to form the front of the pocket, and it will be painted as well. So I am just adding some, sorry about that, I was struggling to think, adding some paint onto the other page. So I'm starting off with fuchsia, and then ruby, and then permanent red violet in light from Amsterdam Acrylics. Dina Wakley's magenta is a very similar pink to this, but it's just my personal preference that I really like this pink one by Amsterdam Acrylics. So then I'm just flipping that cutout piece over, because this is the way it's going to stick onto that page on the left hand side. I'm just adding some paint onto there as well, and trying really hard to let some of the background show through. You know that I find that difficult. So anyway, there we go. So then I'm using another stencil from Dina Wakley. This one is called Squovels, and I'm just using a really pretty light pink, which is also from Amsterdam Acrylic, and it's called Quinacridone Rose Light, just to add a little bit of contrast onto that background that I've created. Then this is the Mantra stencil, also from Dina Wakley, and I'm using an even paler pink. Just white would work just as well, just to add a little bit of text onto that page. So then I'm just cutting a piece of acetate. I'm going to be sticking this onto the back of the pocket so that nothing falls out of it, I guess. And just because it adds a nice reflective element onto that page as well. So you can see how this is going to start to come together. Then I used a stamp, and I thought, yeah, that would work on there, and I stamped it on and thought, really don't like it. I don't like it, what have I done? So I dried it, and then I decided that I would just add some paint back over the top and just darken some of the areas where the paint was, and just to have it as a little bit of extra interest peeking through the paint. So panic over. I still wish I'd not done it, but you know, it doesn't matter. What's it that Dina says? You know, fall in love with your backgrounds because they're just backgrounds. So actually in the end I did really quite like it. So then I added some more stenciling over the top of it, and I guess it all just helped to add even more interest to that background there. So this is just using the Squoval stencil again, and then I just popped the hearts back in, and then used this stencil from Darkroom Door and Night, and did a little bit of text stenciling onto that front of the pocket. And to marry the 2 pages together, I just did the same onto the back as well. So crisis averted there. Oh dear. Then I'm just using my double-sided tape gun, and I'm just going to stick the front of that pocket down to the back page. Then I'm just using my Signo Uniball in white. Sometimes these pens play and sometimes they don't play very well at all. I don't know what it is about them. I'm yet to find a pen that is completely reliable. But so far these are my favourite, my go-to white pens when I want to add some white marks and doodling onto my pages. So then I've got 2 of Dina Wakley's chipboard figures, which I'm going to be adding some paint to and decorating in a second. These are the new ones that came from the 2 packs, the 1 men and 1 women, so I think I have 1 of each there. So then I'm going in with some black. Actually, I don't think it is black, I think it is Night again. And then this is a stencil and mask set, also from Darkroom Door. And this one is called Tall Flowers. It also comes in a large stencil. This is the small version. And with this stencil, you get the mask and the stencil as well. So I just decided I would add a little bit of stenciling onto those figures using the masks from the set. Again, I'm just using that Quinacridone Rose Light from Amsterdam Acrylic to put that image onto those figures. So then using this stencil from Darkroom Door, which is called Smile, and just adding a little bit of text onto there too. So then I thought, yeah, I'm going to do some journaling on those. So using my white pen, I love how that really pops on there. I also added a couple of little hearts onto the figures as well. Then I did have a bit of a play around with where to put the text on this page. I wasn't really happy with it at the bottom, but it's okay because I guess it doesn't jump out at you and the main focus is the figures. And then I just used the back of the figures just to do some journaling and get some thoughts down. Kind of almost like secret journaling, I guess. You wouldn't know it was there unless you popped them out of the pocket to have a look. And then just using that Posca pen that marries with the hearts on the figures, just adding some dots and a little bit of some smudgy lines around the hearts on the pocket too. Then I decided that I would add some turquoise splatters onto the page, and there we go, there we have it. There is the finished page. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video where I've created a pocket, definitely inspired by Dina Wakley. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.